Saturn? Oh, he's fucking with me. Hi there, this is Cole and I'm here with more Hex Crank Live, a bonus Sunday session, finishing out the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. According to some stuff that I looked at, I'm about to start Act 5 of 5. So this is going to be a little bit of a shorter session, but I didn't want to have this extend over into the next weekend. This is a really cool game. I am playing as a psychologist who is kind of stepping into the practice of Dr. Dekker after Dr. Dekker was brutally murdered, and his patients all seem to have either peculiar abilities or they have the belief that they have peculiar abilities. Yeah, the story can go a lot of different ways. I'm not quite sure what path I'm on. So let's see how things resolve. How about that? Hi, Yerrick.
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda,
I black
I
out,
don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. There's someone else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind.
I'm not broke.
It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
It may just still pull out in front of the driver.
So yeah, that's a bunch of noteworthy responses that I've gotten. Yeah, so I finished Act 4. Let's move on to Act number 5. I should probably click on the game window and not my streaming window, huh? Hello, Zach.
You said you'd help me with my problem, but he's still here.
Who's he? What he are you referring to? Hi, Lord N. Pryor. Yeah, who's still
Dr.
here?
Dekker. He wants me to kill people. He wants them to follow me to the sea, to the creature.
Why does he want you to do that?
It eats them. It's getting stronger. Dr. Dekker says when it's strong enough, it's going to walk again. That's why I black out. He doesn't want me to know. He doesn't want me to remember. I'm feeding a beast that wants to eat us all. You've got to tell me, Doctor. You have got to tell me the truth. You're dreaming, but your dreams are the truth. Don't forget me when you wake. I don't know how I'm in your dream, but now we're together. Let's play a game.
Okay, what game do you want to play?
I say a word, you say a word. Ready? Guilty.
You.
Murder. Always the pretty ones that are the slowest. Wrong answer. Now you're stuck with me. 3 little words and I'll let you go.
Okay, so Mariana's saying Claire did the killing.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Weird.
You rang my doorbell.
The truck driver
The little girl.
killed himself.
David is weird.
Like she's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly,
out of his misery.
Is it okay to steal things?
Sleeping tablets.
Fingerprints?
Dead bodies.
I saw Jessica.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Do you think I should tell her about
Psychokinetics,
the photos?
Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink.
bit of a drinking problem.
It's probably the same for Jaya.
one of his patients was trying to kill him,
He lent me some money.
leaving him messages.
Creature, human flesh.
I'd teleported.
Do you have that dream, Doctor?
Oh, doctor. You look. There's something I need to tell you. I can't find Dr. Dekker's prescription pad anywhere. I'm not sure when it went missing, but I don't remember seeing it for a while. Yours is there, but I'm scared one of the patients may have got their hands on it. Let me know if you find it, anyway, and ask me about Mariana later. I've got news.
Is the news that she is luring unsuspecting people to the sea to feed some kind of world-ending beast? Because if it isn't, then I have news for you. Additionally, I remember somebody talking about there being messages written on the prescription pad. Okay. It's just the usual group.
I'm fine, Doctor. I went to the beach, swam under the sea, and returned to tell the tale. No blackouts. Nothing.
Yeah, how are the dreams?
I don't dream, Doctor. I haven't dreamed for years now.
Hey there, Yerrick. Thank you for following. Yeah.
People follow me into the sea. I don't force them, they just follow to see the creature. I'm not sure what you'd call it. A wisp? A star? so bright and warm and loving. I don't know why it leaves me. It only wants the others. It feeds on them.
So when you said they disappeared, that's what you meant. They were add up.
When I look down, I black out. But if I can just keep looking forward, no blackouts. I can just swim back to the top when it's finished.
Yeah, what's wrong with looking down?
You really want to know? If I look down, it's writhing, just limbs of people.
Oh, yeah, she
from
mentioned the
clubs,
human
the
flesh on
bars.
the seafloor.
Not just from this week, but last week, last month, last year. They all look terrified, but somehow still alive. The creature. It's all inside them, poking holes through them that they shouldn't have. It just eats them. Slowly.
It eats them. Yeah.
The missing people. That's where they go. I don't know I'm doing it. I swear I don't, Doctor. The creature. I hear it. It's hungry.
It sounds like...
Nobody can know. It's our secret.
Secrets are for one person.
I can't explain what happened with John. He followed me back from the bar that night and swam with me under the ocean. I blacked out. He'd gone.
Did she kill him? Yeah, who's
You
John?
must have read about John in the news. He was a local student who went missing. He was a looker. Annie had a way with words, but he was also a cheat. The creature liked eating him a lot. But I can't explain what happened next.
Yeah, what happened
I
to him?
left him to be eaten. And the next morning, he turns up in my bed at my house. He's not wet at all. No signs he's been in the sea, but he has holes in him. Lots of holes. His inside is on the outside. Just a ball of tangled worms. And now they're blaming me, but you knew that, Doctor, didn't you?
No, this is
That's
news
why
to
I'm
me.
here.
Yeah, why?
They think I killed John. John and some others. They need to know whether I'm insane or not. No! The creature killed John.
But the creature never threw back anything else that it ate. Yeah, can't keep a secret. People are
It's
getting
our
hurt.
secret. What will you tell people, that I'm feeding people to a creature at the bottom of the ocean?
That'd be a start.
What proof do you have? You can't tell on me. You know what you do to me. When you visit, I let you do it because sometimes I'm ashamed of what I've done. You make me feel like I deserve it.
That's incredibly dark. Yeah, what do I do when I visit you?
You get inside me, Doctor. And it hurts. And you don't care. My lawyer, he says I'm insane, but that he needs you to rubber stamp it. Do you think I'm insane, Doctor?
Yeah, you're lying about not dreaming.
Yeah. I did say that was a dream, didn't I? Is it easier to swallow, knowing it's the truth?
Yeah, what is the truth?
The truth is, I'm not like you, Doctor. Or anyone else. I can swim to the bottom of the ocean for hours. And people follow me. Even if it's the last thing they do.
Yeah, did you write the death threats?
I prefer actions over words, Doctor. You know that.
Yeah, she's insane.
Thank you, Doctor. That's all I ever needed to hear you say. Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one.
But he prescribed you medicine.
Thanks for reminding me, Doctor. I don't remember seeing it when we got back on Valentine's night. Maybe he put it in his briefcase. Did anyone look there?
It'd be a pretty obvious place to look, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, okay. Here we go. That's good to remember. An Uber driver took her home.
On Valentine.
Oh, shit. I clicked wrong.
On Valentine's night, the Uber driver took me home. Then I got a text from Dekker asking to meet him here. So, I walked.
Why'd you look off to the side when you said that? Okay, so why did he want to meet
He
again?
said he had a proposal for me. That if I gave him what he wanted, he'd give me what I wanted.
Okay, what did he want?
His money back. I didn't have it.
And then what did you want?
Don't you know what I want?
More bodies for your sea god? Yeah, how far is the house?
I suppose it's about an hour's walk from here to my house. Wow. That's a low blow, Doctor. And after all our sessions, I'm not a thief. Even the loan, that was just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional. He had no proof, of course, either way, or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back, and I didn't have it.
Oh, okay, so that's a motive. Yeah, has anyone else showed up?
You're a naughty one, Doctor. You know you visited my home. Why do you keep denying it?
Yeah, I didn't visit you at home.
Don't you remember? That's a shame. You had fun. If you can't remember, I'm certainly not going to enlighten you. You can't get blood out of a stone, Doctor. Squeeze me as hard as you can.
Yeah, so she doesn't have the money.
I've done lots of dancing, lots of clubbing, lots of socializing.
Let's see here. Did you kill Dr. Dekker because you couldn't pay back the loan? Did you kill Dr. Dekker?
I don't have an answer for you.
Weird. She's pretty high in the running for suspects, I think. Okay, let's talk to Jaya.
Poor Mariana. Dr. Dekker must have been serious about getting his money back. I've had a response from the small claims court. Is that motive enough, Doctor?
Okay. Dear Dr. Dekker, regarding non-repayment of outstanding loan amount from Mariana, we have received a confirmation from the small claims court for your application to proceed with debt collection from your patient as requested. Wow, they sent her to collections. As long as the address provided for her is correct, she will also receive a similar letter, blah, blah. As the debt has not been recovered in the required time frame, we have been offered a choice of courts to set a date for the hearing attached. Huh.
Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing. I'll let you know if it turns up.
Yeah, death threats.
I didn't know anything about that. If I have any grievances with my employer, I spit in their coffee. I hope that's how you like it.
Yeah, did you have grievances with Dekker?
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients. I think he wanted all of their powers. If you believe in that sort of thing.
You're raising it like it's a thing. Yeah, so who are the special patients? Obviously, most of the ones that we've talked to, but...
Any patient who presented with psychokinetic issues, they were his special patients. Towards the end, he began ignoring all the other cases. Most of the patients saw it as a curse, what they were experiencing, what they were unwittingly doing. Dr. Dekker saw it as an ability, a power to be harnessed and used for, well, God knows what he was going to use it all for. So we made them give in to it, and it consumed them, consumed all of them. Whether you believe any of that or not is your choice, but they did, which made them angry. And that's why I think he was murdered by a patient.
Who do you think murdered Dr. Dekker?
I don't know. Sorry.
I didn't ask if you knew, I asked who you thought.
I'm worried about you, Doctor. You seem quiet and, well, it's just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident? You didn't know him, did you?
Wait, they found my fingerprints on the bottle? So, no, I didn't know
Then
him.
why are your fingerprints on his vodka bottle? No, don't answer that. The infectious madness of Dr. Dekker, who hasn't it touched? I'm so worried.
Slightly MDA. 250 insanity points. Weird.
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you. Who measures sanity or insanity? One man's philosopher is another man's fool. I'm keeping an eye on you. I won't let you go crazy. I think I'm okay with the grief now. My mother died suddenly, and I think I was projecting Dr. Dekker's death to be about her. I know they're not related.
Oh, wait, shit.
I think I'm okay with the grief now. My mother died suddenly, and I think I was projecting Dr. Dekker's death to be about her. I know they're not related.
Okay. Yeah, how did her mother die?
My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different.
I just need to take my hand off of the goddamn mouse.
My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different. She burst into flames.
But
I was 7. They said she must have been smoking and drinking on the sofa, but she doesn't smoke or drink. Professor Alderby said it was spontaneous combustion.
Yeah, who do you think murdered Dekker?
It's not your job to find out who the murderer is. It's the police. You can only point them in the right direction. Murder is a means to an end. There's a lot more going on here you should be thinking about.
Do you think Cthulhu is real?
A fictional space god that's resting at the bottom of the Atlantic. It's
South
not
Pacific,
likely,
actually.
is it? Or maybe you think it is. Have you spoke to Mariana today?
Does Mariana believe in Cthulhu?
Because of what happened to my mother, I believe people could change the world with their minds. I think it's dangerous to have that ability, and I think that you and me, we're helping people rid themselves of these dangerous thoughts and a whole load of other issues at the same time. People pretend to believe, and they have a different agenda. They're the ones you need to watch out for. They have boundaries, and they are prepared to break them.
Not sure the patients are
Your
important.
patience will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? In a few weeks' time, there'll be a whole new bunch of faces with a whole new bunch of quirks. Let's not have a whole new doctor, shall we?
A lot of things bother me. I'm bothered by my memory.
Should you be asking me that, Doctor? It doesn't matter anyway. It's not important here.
Have I lost my memory?
I think you know what I'm going to say. I don't know.
You're bothering me.
Why do I bother you? Do you think I killed Dr. Dekker? You need to look deeper into your other patients. I can forgive a lot of things, but being falsely accused of murder, well, that's going to blemish your CV.
Is she my boss? Dr. Dekker's murder bothers me. Huh. We're at an impasse. But I turned her yellow, so let's see what Bryce is up to. Yeah, how are you today?
I'm not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour, and I slept for 8 hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
Wait, so if he sleeps in the midnight hour, it lasts for longer than an hour?
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me. It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it.
And did you kill him?
I took his body. It was me. I took it from the coffin because I didn't want him put in the ground. I don't know what I was going to do with him. I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him. But the body disappeared.
Where did you keep the body?
If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
So he wasn't buried. What is it, Claire maybe brought him back? Yeah, maybe he's back from the dead.
Perhaps. It had crossed my mind that Dr. Dekker perhaps resurrected himself. Maybe he wasn't dead, just sleeping.
Yeah, maybe somebody
If
moved the
someone
body.
else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again. Why go to the trouble of locking up again?
Yeah, maybe he teleported?
It's not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me, it can teleport too. I think the thing might be Dekker. Is the thing Dekker?
No, I don't think so.
And so it is. You worried me then, Doctor. I thought you were starting to believe in the unbelievable too.
Okay, how is Jessica?
I waved back at Jessica yesterday, and she smiled. It was bigger than normal. I think we may have made a connection, Doctor. The photos I have of her, I think I'm going to destroy them.
Yeah,
They're
good.
my problem, not hers.
Yeah, is he still stealing things?
I teleported back into the art gallery after our session, in the midnight hour. I replaced the painting, so I haven't stolen anything for a long time now. Perhaps a cheeky borrow best describes it.
Yeah, what else has been happening?
I've tried to avoid my extra hour. I tried to sleep through it. I did try one thing. I spied on you, Doctor. You have a strangeness, don't you?
Yeah, what's strangeness?
You live in the same house as Dr. Dekker. I spied on him several times, so I know the house very well. You kept it almost entirely the same. Why did you live in the same house as Dr. Dekker? Is it a perk? Or you, Dr. Dekker?
Hmm? Yeah, no, I'm not him. House is a
I
perk.
thought it might be a perk. I'm sorry I spied on you. I was just getting worried that you weren't who you said you were. Just some mannerisms, strangeness. It's good you've adopted his dog, though. I'm not sure many people would have done.
I adopted his dog. Okay, do you know anything about the pad?
I didn't steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious?
Yeah. Do you know about the death threats on
Well,
the pad?
kudos to whoever had the guts to do that. Wasn't me. What did they say? You've piqued my interest now.
Okay, you said you were trying to sleep through the night?
I tried to sleep through my extra hour. I didn't want to face it. That thing has been taunting me. I wish I was still religious.
You were religious?
When something is chasing you, you start wishing that a higher power could save you. I remember you saying that there aren't enough religions. But I still wish there was only one, and one that I could believe in.
Okay, a thing was looking at
The
you.
thing that's following me, it doesn't have a face. I saw it close up when it was standing over me. It has no face, no eyes, no mouth, no nothing. Inside its hood is just space. Just a black hole.
Is the hooded figure death? No, okay. Why wasn't burial enough for Dekker?
Burial isn't enough for Dr. Dekker because he's evil. I thought if anything, we'd established that in our earlier sessions, Doctor. I had to destroy him properly, not just bury him in the ground.
Why did you teleport into the art gallery?
I suppose I'm becoming lazy.
Oh, I greened him. Good. Okay, let's talk to Claire. Mariana believes that Claire is the one who killed Dekker. Although Mariana has motive in a way that Dekker doesn't seem to.
I'm fine. I killed David. Again. Like you told me to.
Cool. Cool. How did you kill him?
With an axe. I got him to put his head on the wood block. He didn't really know what he was doing. He trusted me. I cut off his head. When I picked it up, he was smiling. Probably a muscle spasm.
Why was David smiling?
Surely that isn't what you need to be asking me right now.
I'm pretty curious about it. Yeah, what else can you tell me about Dekker?
The continuing saga of Dr. Dekker. After he'd seen David and done his due diligence, he came up with an offer I couldn't refuse. Remember? The one I told you about when we first met.
Yeah, what was that offer?
Dr. Dekker wanted me to reanimate him. He said he would kill David unless I agreed.
So, let's see here. Did she see that girl again?
Anushka's fine, I would imagine. Her father came over to talk about the missing cat. It would have been an easier conversation had I not been splattered in blood and sweating like a milkmaid.
Yeah, what did the father do?
It seemed like he wanted to give me a piece of his mind, but when he saw the state I was in, he fled. There were no police that turned up.
No, shit.
It seemed like he wanted to give me a piece of his mind, but when he saw the state I was in, he fled. There were no police that turned up. I suspect I've got away with it, at least this second time. Now all that's left is for you to write up my diagnosis.
Yeah, what diagnosis?
That I'm not sound of mind. That I wasn't sound of mind when I killed David. It's up to you whether you want to mention any of our other conversations. I'm happy either way.
Yeah, how are you supposed to
He called me
reanimate
on
Dekker?
Valentine's night. He promised to use a disposable phone so there would be no trace. I was supposed to come here, where I would find him dead, and then reanimate him. I agreed immediately. It seems that Dr. Dekker went through with his half of the agreement. But I forgot to turn up.
Did you revive Dekker in a shed? Yeah. Yeah, what
I
about the
never saw
prescription
Dr.
pad?
Dekker's prescription pad. I imagine he kept it hidden away. To stop people stealing it?
Yeah, did she write the threats?
I've already told you, I never saw his prescription pad, so of course I didn't write any death threats. It sounds like someone is trying to frame me. Who's trying to frame me, Doctor?
Is Mariana trying to frame you? Why are you holding a sword, ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
That's not relevant here.
Is Mary framing you?
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, what if I don't think she's insane?
Doctor, did I tell you about that time that I used the power of my mind to bring my husband back to life? I can't imagine what I'd do to the psychiatrist that double-crossed me. But I'm sure it will be fun. For me, at least.
Are you threatening me?
No. Threats are usually made without the intention of following them through. This is quite the opposite.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're insane. I think you're just a criminal. Yeah, so why would Dekker want you to kill David?
Yes. Dr. Dekker threatened to kill David. That terrified me at the time. I still had hope that David would recover.
Where is David's body?
I buried him near the lake house. I'm not sure I'll be allowed a second funeral. Besides, it's close enough to visit.
Okay, let's talk to Elin then. How are you
I'm
today?
good. I feel better. Last session, that was all negative. I don't want to be like that. I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies.
Thank you for the gift.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, why was she feeling
I'm a
negative?
happy person. And really, what's the point of being miserable? It doesn't matter what's going on at work or anything. Happy is the only goal. Max told me that. I think some footballer might have said it.
Yeah, who's Max?
I told you about Max, right?
Oh, that's who she
Didn't I mention him before?
went on a date with. You went on a date with Max.
Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77.
But
He was one of my patients. I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweetheart of his, apparently. Only Max didn't die. He actually got better somehow. And then he came and asked me to do it again.
yeah, who was a sweetheart?
Eleanor, her name was, or is. Like I say, he doesn't even know where she is now. But she obviously still loves him. When I shifted, I felt all fluttery and excited. It's so sweet, isn't it? Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I felt a bit weird when he asked me. But he said he just wanted to have one more date with her and then he wouldn't ask me again. And to be fair, he was a perfect gentleman. I mean, I didn't want to have that conversation.
Yeah, let's talk about the prescription pad.
What about the prescription pad? Yes, I took it. I had to.
Why did you have to take it?
Dr. Dekker told me he could use it to take away my gift.
That's incredibly literal. How could the pad take away your gift?
Maybe he was just winding me up, I don't know. But he said that he could write a prescription and whatever he wrote on it would be true. Like he could write, Ealing can no longer shift. And that would be it. I wouldn't be able to shift anymore. Someone was sending Dr. Dekker death threats. I had no idea. He never said anything to me about it.
Yeah, why did he
I
want to take
suppose
it?
he was just trying to cure me. I mean, I thought he believed that I could shift, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just humouring me the whole time.
What's in the cookies?
The usual stuff. Flour, sugar, butter, chocolate chips, and my special ingredient. A little herbalist magic to give you some pep. You look like you need
it. What is your special ingredient?
You can put herbal remedies in food. The effect's more subtle, but it does work. I could never hurt anyone. You have to believe me, Doctor.
Okay, did she shift again for
Thing
Max?
is, because Max didn't die, he saw me change back after I let go of his hand. There wasn't anything I could do about it. I don't know why Max didn't die. It usually works. I just mean when I shift. They see their loved one and say what they have to say, and then there's nothing stopping them from moving on. Why? What did you think I meant?
Hey there, Chicken Riggies and Jedrick Roscoe and Alex J. Baker. Sorry, I fell behind. I don't want to use my hint on her. I want to use it on Mariana because I'm curious. Dekker diagnosed you as sane?
Dr. Dekker was a hack. You're special. You're good at your job. You know I have problems.
How am I special?
You'll have to ask me something else.
Okay, so let's move on to Nathan, I suppose. How are you today?
I think you know who killed Dr. Dekker, so you're gonna have a good day. Can we talk a bit about hypnotism, though?
Oh, okay.
I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized. How would I know if I had any? I think that the hypnotism didn't take, but maybe Dr. Dekker did hypnotize me, and it did work, and he told me to think that it didn't. I think I found one of the key words.
Okay, what's the keyword?
I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone to my dad last night, and he said something, and boom, I fell asleep. Normally I wish that kind of thing would happen, but it just happened. I phoned him back, I thought it was seconds, but it was an hour later. I asked him what he'd said. He'd watched some NASA program. He was reading off planets. It was one of them.
Saturn? Oh, he's fucking with me.
I don't want it to be triggered.
Yeah, you just went into a
So he
trance.
did plant me with something. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me. And thank you. You know, there's something I've not been telling you.
Let's try this again. I don't know.
Pluto's not a planet, is it? And why are you even trying?
Okay, yeah, what haven't you been telling me?
It's about time travel.
Yeah, what about it?
I read a book about time travel. I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel. I couldn't control it, but at the end of each day, I would travel back in time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS, and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once.
Yeah, what was that one time?
The doctor said she was legally still alive. The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around. It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital because I woke up the next day, present day. Things had changed.
Huh. Yeah, so what had changed about her death?
Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. It said she was killed instantly. Nothing else changed. Her family seemed to hate me more, which is ironic because the first time around, they pulled her off life support. So I saved them the indignity. Now they just think it was my careless driving that caused her death.
And you can't tell them. Yeah, how do you feel about her now?
I'm at peace with Hannah now. I can save her. And And I'll keep trying, but I must move forward. I did kind of ask you not to talk about this anymore, but I suppose you're not taking notes.
How have things been with Mariana?
Things have been interesting. Thanks to Mariana.
You're going to die.
We went on a date. Well, sort of. She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know, I'm lying in my bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana dance, the day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me?
I don't know that Mariana likes. Yeah, who murdered Dekker?
This might feel like the darkest timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline. I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I look at one of your other...
Yeah, shit.
This might feel like the darkest timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline. I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I look at one of your other patients, or maybe even your assistant.
Yeah, I really don't think he did it. Tell me about Nathan.
I don't have anything to say about that.
Huh. Let's... No.
So what you're trying to say is that Mariana is just using me and has no interest in me romantically whatsoever. Thanks. That helps my self-esteem.
You don't have to like it. Wait, Zach says that was that little girl on the couch? I didn't see it. I was too busy looking at the sidebar.
His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks? I suppose it could be a coincidence, but I'm guessing whoever murdered Dr. Dekker stole his prescription pad.
That can't be true because I don't think Galen did it. Yeah, why lie about Hannah being on
I
this?
haven't been lying. As far as everyone's concerned, she died in that car accident. Instantly. I didn't have time. I jumped back to the split second the accident happened. The truck was already on us. I swerved left the first time, so I tried right. If I could have saved her, I would have done. I didn't want her to die.
Let's try something. Mariana might be a murderer.
Wow. I think you're just jealous, Doctor. I mean, if Mariana really was killing people, I'm pretty sure you'd have to contact the authorities. I mean, that's what you do, isn't it?
Let's get another hint here. Why do you feel like you deserve it?
It's my fault they're all dying. They're following me.
Okay, so the last step here is accuse. Let's see. I don't believe that Bryce did it. I don't think he's together enough. Also, I don't know that he has a motive. He feels like Dr. Dekker cursed him, but that isn't pressing. Claire, it's possible. We know she has it in her, as revealed by the machete that she's holding, or the gladius, or what have you. And also, she thought that Dr. Dekker was going to kill David. Well, Bryce thought that Dr. Dekker was evil. That's why he kept his body. I think Galen's above reproach. Jaya's suspicious, but I don't think that there's an awful lot pointing at her being anything more than a plant by that cult. There are a lot of signs pointing at Mariana. I don't know that I want to overthink this. She has the motive. Based on her story, either she or something aligned with her is capable of killing things, puncturing them and such. And also she came back here that night. And then Nathan, no. I don't think Nathan. I'm going to say Mariana. I may be naive. In the chat, they're saying that she is, that she might be a red herring. Yeah, I'm going to say Mariana.
Doctor, I didn't think you had it in you to jump on little old me. Was I too muddled? I think if you're going to tell the police that I'm guilty, then I'd like to speak to my lawyers. I'd like them to see the security footage from my apartment. The footage that clearly shows you coming over, uninvited, and pounding away on my door like a psycho. And then I'd have to tell them the truth. That you wanted to have Dr. Dekker's job so bad you killed him. That you made me seduce him and drug him so that you could run a paper spike through his heart. And then after, when I wanted out, when I wanted to tell the police, you started stalking me. That's the truth, Doctor. I guess that's far more believable than thinking Dr. Dekker was eaten by a creature from the deep. A creature that he was trying to appease. Or, I suppose you could tell them that I'm insane. And I could take the fall for you. Couldn't I, babe?
I caught the killer. Yay! What about the patients and what about me? What about Bob?
She told me that she's killing people, and now I'm stuck in the same day. Can you imagine? Every day she greets me like we're so in love. I know what she's done. I know what she's going to say to me later in the evening. It's over. I can't be with her. But part of me likes it repeating. It's normal.
Is it?
It looks like Terry won't be coming back. She hasn't been in for a while, and I thought she just had a bug or something, but from what I've heard, it's not good. Apparently, she's in intensive care, and they can't figure out what's wrong with her. Well, I'm not going to lie. Work's much easier without her watching over me. Does that make me a horrible person?
There's no need to go over old ground. I understand. David died when I stabbed him, and everything else since, everything else that's happened, that was all me. David, Anushka's father, Iris. What's next for me, Doctor? How do we cure what I have? By all accounts, and thanks to a very unfriendly jury, it seems like we're going to have quite a lot of time to figure that out.
I think I was in my own head too much, manifesting things that weren't there. But I'm very much an art connoisseur now. It's definitely helping keeping me sane. I realize that I'm a very visual person, and paintings can keep me occupied for hours. I go to Providence whenever I get the time. It's the local art gallery here. The best time to go is late at night. You get the place all to yourself.
What I want to know is, how did you know which patient was the murderer? I mean, they all lied to you, didn't they? I'm just glad it's business as usual around here and I'm not having to look for another doctor again. It's embarrassing. Dr. Dekker almost caught me writing the advert for his replacement.
PAU, Psychiatrist Assessment
The
Unit.
cast continues at Dr. Dekker's psychiatry practice, where another physician has been murdered by a patient. Found by night cleaning staff, Dr. Dekker's replacement was pinned to the chair with a paper spike, in what police are describing as a copycat murder. Jaya. You're supposed to be looking after them. How many more do we have to go through before you get a good one?
So did I fail? I'm confused. Was that... Huh. Yeah, I'm very confused. Was that a, like a simulation? Well, why was I looking through a door that said psychiatrist? Yeah, I got killed. FYI, by the way, that professor I saw there, that's the one that the anagrams of the letters were pointing to. So they were referring the patients to me. And I was just disposable to them. Lucky guess. Yeah, I need to go read more of this. You're doing great. That's a lot of questions. You know them inside and out. I need to go read more about this. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I guess I got the killer. The game says it was a lucky guess. But I ended up dead anyway because somebody else decided to do the same thing. Weird. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I'll be back next weekend with something more. The uploads of archived videos to YouTube, those are going to be coming back tomorrow on Monday here. Detention's going to be coming out. I'm going to try to do like a full game each day until I'm caught up. So if people miss stuff, it'll be there. Cool. Well, I'm going to go and read about other ways this could have gone while I go to sleep. Oh, Mai and Jala both say they didn't die. Yeah, I want to see the other ways it can go. Cool. You know the things to do. Follow, subscribe, patreon.com/hexcrank, all of that. I will see you next weekend with something new. Bye.